Hey guys, so if you can't tell by the title already, the B20 Civic is already boosted, and sorry, I didn't film any of it. I was mostly working by myself the whole time, and I kind of just felt like taking my time and working on it alone, and I don't know, well, it's boosted. So yeah, excuse that, like, the turbo actually touches this. This is a eBay manifold from Isaiah's Integra, back when it was boosted, and it touched the turbo if I didn't pull it back with this, and I'll make brackets for it and stuff eventually. And the blow-off valve, there's no C-clip because I put this together for free. I didn't spend a dime. Well, I kind of did, but nothing for the turbo stuff. There's no C-clip in there, and the C-clips didn't hold very well for brand Civic, so this is a gasket maker in there. Well, the orange gasket maker for exhaust, and this is just silver duct tape, and it's holding perfectly fine. I'll probably get it welded or change it to a tile wrap or something. So yeah, if you noticed, I had to actually cut the inlet of the turbo so I could fit the turbo in here, unless I wanted to like cut a piece of my block off. I didn't really feel like doing that. This is a cheap turbo, so just did that. And this is a Musa wastegate. The wastegate's going that way. It's not really gonna do anything. I'll probably get one of the 38mm to a 38mm V-band in the future so I can turn the wastegate this way and dump it down. But in the meantime, that's gonna have to do. Everything's pretty put together poorly at the moment. Like, this is just to get it work. This is all, a lot of parts are also from, like, the vacuum portion is from my other Civic because there's no engine in it at the moment. Yeah, like that's the vacuum tee from my R18. There's a lot of stuff already. This car already makes boost, and I actually tuned it. So I'm actually starting to tune and I'm getting used to it, but I don't want to make a video about it yet. I don't want to lead you guys in the wrong direction. I actually messed up a little bit of ignition timing, but I didn't do much to it because I didn't trust myself with ignition timing yet. I just did some really safe ignition timing for the base, kind of. But the feel, I feel pretty on point with the feel, which is pretty easy. Because I also have a wideband that's wired into my Honda S300 so I can tune on the fly like it's nothing. And before you guys say anything, this is temporary. I say that because I actually have a 3-gauge pod coming in, and right now I have a regular 1-gauge pod for a pillar that goes like right there. But I just have it mounted on a 1-gauge pod from a pillar on my dash, so it looks really ghetto at the moment. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I'll get that fixed because I have that coming in very soon for the 3-gauge pod. That'll sit like right there. So I'm doing a boost gauge today, but I'm probably not gonna get to filming that. I can show you how I wired up the wideband because that can get kind of confusing, like how I wired to the ECU and everything. So what I was saying earlier is the car actually makes boost, but it only has stock 240cc injectors in there, and I have 550s on the way from Bosch. Well, it's not from Bosch, but they're Bosch injectors. And I have a brand new OEM fuel pump, so I haven't gotten a Marlboro 255 yet because I think I'll be fine for now. Like, if I really run out of fuel on the 550s, I'll upgrade the pump. I can see a duty cycle on the Honda. But yeah, I'll probably record me doing the injectors, and yeah, that's a brand new fuel pressure regulator too. A lot of stuff is like just new, but not new at the same time because it's like original B20B distributor from Japan. Some mismatched, new-ish kind of map sensor and idle air control valve from B20B in Japan. This is a B20B with a LS trans, LS intake manifold. Turbo kit from eBay for a B series that fits AC and power steering. Oh yeah, still have power steering, still got AC down there. The compressor, condenser is still here, still fits. I had to go slim fans to make it fit though, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, I haven't put the fog light covers in yet, so yeah, don't worry about that. And it fits pretty well. It goes to the turbo right there. I'm not sure you can see it. Not really, but yeah. Oil drains there too, and the exhaust that goes to the back. Also, I'm making it a little louder, and I'm making a cat delete for it too, but I kept our stock component untouched. Well, not stock, but my custom made. Right now, it's just has one of those mufflers leading into a 3-inch tip. It's not aligned right, because I tried accounting for how much it would pull over with the hangers, but it didn't pull over at all, so I'm not really worried about it because it isn't hitting or anything, but it'd be nice to make it fit better. Sorry, it might seem like I'm in a rush, because the camera is actually about to die, so I'm trying to get to my R18 before it dies so I can show you the engine's actually out and I'm gonna get my boost gauge from it. But don't worry, I'll record more of the B20 turbo stuff right after I charge for the camera. I'm just gonna do the boost gauge and then I'll charge the camera while I'm doing the boost gauge, and yeah. So I did forget I tied it down here, so I got to untie that real quick, but yeah, no engine. Yeah, I decided to just take out everything because it was easier and I was gonna build the motor. I got surprised for that coming in the next video. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just grab that clear line for the boost gauge because that's what it goes to, and I'll pull it out from the inside. So yeah, just rip that out real quick. There's like bolts, or nuts holding in the bracket for the boost gauge. Just gotta clip the yellow and black wire, take that out, close those off. All right guys, sorry. So earlier it cut off when I was at the car over there. And yeah, I got the boost gauge ran. It's not over there yet because the vacuum line is too short. And you know, not gonna lie, I was gonna show you guys this. From the previous videos, you guys really hate us running stuff through the door thing, but honestly, if one of these things break, I will know instantly. Like the AFR, if it breaks, I'll know instantly. But yeah, it's running kind of rich right now because I'm not that good at the cold start tune and it's cold right now, and it's also richer because it's warming up. That's normal, should be, I believe. But yeah, if one of those wires break, wideband ain't gonna work, I don't know. And this isn't even gonna be here because it's too short. But yeah, it's working, and it's really off because it's off by 10 towards the negative side because it's just broken, but it reads boost perfectly fine. I know because it did that in my R18, so I'm just gonna use it here for now. I'm gonna get digital everything because it'll look better. There's the exhaust. My wire loom, I wire everything with. So yeah, I'll show you guys real quick how to do the wideband. I already did it, so I'll just show you what I did. So you see this wire right here. This is not permanent. This is just where it is at the moment. This is the wire that leads into the wideband sensor itself, the Bosch LSU 3.9, 4.9, whichever one it is, I don't remember. Yeah, you gotta be able to weld, or you gotta have a bung on your exhaust somewhere already. It's hard to see because the car's not in the air, but that should be it right there. It's not at a 10-degree angle, but that's not where it's gonna be permanently either because I'm making a test pipe for the cat deletes because I have 2 of them. So that's gonna be moved further down the sensor, and it's gonna be at the 10-degree angle it's supposed to be at, 10 or more. That harness will plug right up into the sensor, and choose whatever method you want to go in the car. You can go through here. That's really nice too, and there's another grommet down there you can go through. See, I actually do know where they are. I just don't want to do it. After that, you can route your sensor wire wherever you want. Excuse the mess, because these wires, I made some of these wires longer because I don't want the gauge right here, so I just wrapped them all right here. And I have fog light stuff, and I got to clean up a lot of stuff. I don't have zip ties. Due to the coronavirus, I can't go anywhere, so I get everything on the internet and it ships to me and I do it here. Okay, so this is the wire from the wideband itself, well, the wideband sensor. Then you can route that to wherever you want. Route it through there near the radio area. This is all really easy to pull out. If you have a Civic, you just take the screws off on this shifter thing and the cigarette lighter holder thing, and those will all pull out. I actually don't even put the screws back in, so I can just quick release it whenever I want. That just goes into the back of the radio area and goes up into the gauge. I just drilled a hole right there. You see the wires? Yeah, I can probably show you better when I actually get the 3-gauge pod. Yeah, it's just gonna be simple for now. Yeah, and just got a screw right here. Everything's really ghetto, but this is very temporary. I just hope the 3-gauge pod covers this part at least. I want it to be like from here to over there. And then the screws are gonna be in the back. You won't see any screws up here. I would take all this out for you, but there's a mess right here, so I'll just try taking the radio section out because that's really easy too. You just pull it out. I'm not sure regular Civics like this, or I quick release it too, because I did the radio of Isaiah. I wanted as little bolts in as possible so everything comes out really easy. Yeah, this is not focusing too well, but the wire is right here. And I loomed it up through that area. And if you take all this out, you'll see all what I'm talking about. I'll show you when I do the 3-gauge pod thing. Yeah, that goes through here and it's really easy to route it up there. And that's that part. There's no power going to the gauge yet. That's just for the wideband sensor itself going into the gauge. So I don't have the instructions on me on hand, so I also believe there's 4 wires total you'll need to do the S300 connection with wiring up the wideband itself for AEM X series at least. This is the AEM X series wideband. If I remember correctly, it is a red wire for an ignition source, 12 volt. Black wire for ground, of course. A white wire that goes into the signal for S300. You can use D14. I chose to use D14 and it's perfectly fine. I also wanted to use for my closed loop. And for the Bosch LSU 4.9 with the X series wideband, they told me I could use the D14 pin for the primary O2 and use that and it'll be perfectly fine, and it was. It reads very accurately. And the last wire is the brown wire, I believe. So brown wire is for the ground for the input source, the white wire. If you don't have that grounded, it's not gonna read. So yeah, there's red wire, there's a black wire, there's a white wire, and a brown wire. Now I'll try to show you guys all where that is. I think I also explained it a lot better in Brandon's Turbo Civic video if you want to watch that instead, because I was actually installing it there and then. So this is the ADA circuit I tapped off right here. I chose a 7.5 ignition source, which I got lucky and just found one, and plugged it in and it was ignition source. And this is the red that leads into the red wire on the wideband wiring harness. And I have an assortment mix of colors, but I know which ones are which. This one right here, this one, the yellow and black stripe, that's the ground, the black wire that goes into the wideband harness. And it's on this bolt right here. And I also have the fog light grounded right there as well. And that's everything on this side, and then you can just wire to the harness and hide it wherever you want. My stuff is all hid behind there and behind here, which is covered by the dash. I'll clean this all up when it gets zip ties though. And now for the other part. I'll go ahead and show you the brown ground because that one's easier. So the brown wire, it said it's better if you ground it as close to the ECU as possible. So I let it through there, which you'll see if you take this out. You just pull all this stuff out. And it's, like I said earlier, behind there. And the brown wire and the white wire on the harness go through here. And I extended everything with connectors and stuff, so I have a lot extra. And here's where I grounded the brown wire. I'm not sure what, I think this is a black color wire, but this connects to my brown wire on the harness. Sorry, every color is mismatched. This is this goes into the brown wire on the harness. And it's grounded right here. So that's really close to the ECU. You can also ground everything and power everything by the ECU harness, but I didn't want to do that. And yeah, this is my HON data cable right here. Just let that over there so it's cleaner. This white wire is also a part of the wideband harness, and it goes into D14 right here. Now I'll show you the plug. I just gotta unplug it real quick. Yeah, I just have to go and unplug the battery real quick so I don't fry anything. But yeah, I'm gonna go and unplug all of this right now. Okay, that's unplugged. Took me like 5 seconds, maybe 10. Okay, so yeah, everything is quick connected for me. So this is the original D14. I'll show you what the plug and everything is afterwards. I put a quick connector on this other end. This is I believe, yeah, male end, because I just unplugged the white wire. I'll show you. The male end, I just unplugged that, and that goes right here into D14. And the other one right there, you can see there's another red one hidden back there. That's where I tapped into D10, I don't remember. The EOD, I accidentally tapped into that, and I haven't taken my circuits or whatever they are inside the ECU that you gotta take out or cut to make D10, D12, whichever the EOD is run right for the 5-volt source. D14 primary isn't a full 5 volts. That's why people don't usually generally use this one, but I decided to use it and it's perfect. This just plugs right into here. See? Quick and easy. But yeah, okay. So now I'll show you which one D14 is. So you gotta count it from the back of the plug where the wires are. So from the bottom, okay, so from the bottom it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's how it works. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the right, and that's D14. So yeah, I guess what I cut before was a D10, because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, D10 is the EOD. That's what I accidentally cut the first time. So yeah, count from the back of the plug and you'll get the correct. So the camera ran out of memory on me for a sec over there, and I forgot what I was talking about, but I think it's something with the ECU. Yeah, I just put everything back in. I'll plug in the ECU to the laptop, which is over there in my garage. I'll show you guys that it works, but right now I'll explain more to you about the turbo kit. Okay, so it's just a regular old eBay turbo kit, and it has a cast manifold AC power steering compatible for the B series with the wastegate. And this is the kit that came with it. I got from Isaiah. It doesn't fit all that well because this part doesn't fit very well. Like right here, I had to make my own pipe because I knew it wasn't gonna fit the bumper very well. You can see the wells in there somewhere. But yeah, that just goes over there into the intercooler. That's about the only part I didn't use with the kit. There's also one more on this side. This U180 pipe thing from the intercooler to the turbo side. That's also from a universal kit. That did not come with this kit. I just had a lot of extra piping laying around. So this is all put together from free parts. This is the U I was talking about. This is from a universal 2-inch intercooler kit. That is another piece I just had laying around. And that U piece that goes into the turbo, not U, this L shape, that's also a piece I had laying around, but all that comes with the kit. I just didn't have any of it with me, but all that is from a kit. And another thing I didn't like was the oil feed location. It didn't sit upright before I got the adapters, so I have a 90 coming off of the oil feed sandwich plate thing into a 45 degree and then into this, so it doesn't leak at all. And it's really nice, so makes it really easy to. Then this just goes back to a regular oil pressure separator T thing. And like I said earlier, I had to cut the intake housing for the turbo so it would not hit the block. And this is a T04E journal bearing. I also didn't have the downpipe because it was from Isaiah, like I said, so I had to make that. I also had parts laying around, so I just made that downpipe as well. It's a 2 1/4 downpipe, and it clears the AC by probably ½ an inch or so. You can see it right there. I'm gonna heat wrap all that stuff. I wasn't really worried about how it looks, but it leaks, as you can see. I've been driving it for a few days, tuning it. Drives very nice now. For all this, I also have a XTD Stage 2 eBay clutch, and I don't think that's gonna slip anytime soon. I only want to make like 200 wheel or so, keep everything safe. Like I said, a lot of the fuel stuff is new in this car. Like I said, the fuel pressure regulator, got a new fuel filter too, new fuel pump. So just gotta get new injectors, and those should be here Monday, and I'll install those when they come in. I'll make a separate install video for those, so you guys will actually get a video besides this one. And like I also said, without the slim fans, it's really hard to fit the turbo kit. If you clock the turbo perfectly right, like I did, and you can just pick up the turbo from the bottom or drop it in from the top. It's a little hard through the top, but if you have second hand, or if you have long enough arms, you can just put the turbo under the car right over there, grab it, pick it up, and you just bolt it up to the engine really easy. My cold start tuning isn't all that good yet. It's not really cold anymore, but here's how it is. Okay, it wasn't that bad. It's usually a little worse. So I'll go for a little drive to show you guys that it actually drives, and maybe I'll make some boost. Well, it will make boost, but it's just kind of hard to hold the big camera and film all this, so yeah, we'll see. I'll probably show it on the Honda as a whole screen. Okay, so I'm gonna plug in the Honda and show you the AFR works on here too. Okay, so you see 13.75-ish. Oh, it's probably gonna change when it gets here, but yeah, see, it reads perfectly fine. It's still warming up, so yeah. So yeah, as you can see, it's warming up and it's doing a lot better air fuel wise, so yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure if you could see the gauge, but I'm pretty sure you could hear the blow-off valve noises and boost and stuff, but yeah. That'll be it for this video, and there should be one of her injectors and probably a full pull soon, because I'll be tuning it on those injectors. I haven't made too many adjustments besides making it run really well at the moment, because I want to wait for injectors and not want to do the tune all over again. So yeah, I'll see you guys for now. Peace. I almost forgot I had a yellow valve cover I painted. It's not the best because it was painted outside and stuff kept falling on it, and I touched it with oily hands as well. It's not on right now. I just gotta put it onto the engine, yeah, the head. All right, well, the valve cover's on. I sanded that off real quick for the ground because I forgot to put a bolt in to block it off, but got that done real quick. I would say it looks pretty clean in there. Gotta take a picture. All right, now it will be over. I'll see you guys later.